everyone. This video will show you how to use the camera tool on both the keyboard and on your main screen to take photos of work you do on paper or that you create, and then where to find the photo files, and lastly, how to upload those files to Google Classroom. So let's just start with the camera tool. Now, I have to go to this little Explore button on the bottom left and click the arrow. And there I will find the camera app. Now, it might be lower down on your computer. You might have to search for it, but I promise you it's there. So I'm going to click on camera and it opens up. Now, notice the little camera icon popped up on my toolbar. I'm going to pin it. By pinning it, next time I want to use it, it'll automatically just show up. So to do that, you want to do a 2-finger tap on your touchpad, click pin, done, set. Okay, so now there are 2 cameras, right? There's the one that you typically use that's on the screen when you're on your video conferences. And then there's also one down on the keyboard. Now, that is depending on what model of Chromebook you have. But nearly all the Chromebooks in the district do have that keyboard camera. And for taking pictures of something I've done on paper, a lot of times if I want to get the best clarity for my teacher, I need to hold it up pretty close. And sometimes that's kind of difficult to maneuver. You can see my paper's moving around. And I have to look to see where the button is to press it. Now, if I built something, with blocks or, made something and it's on the table, it's really hard to take a picture. So I recommend that you use the keyboard camera. Click on the bottom left, switch to next camera. All right, so that's my hand over the keyboard. And what I'm going to do is flip my tablet in half. And I want the screen facing me. All right, so here is, whoops, there we go. So here's my worksheet, and you can imagine maybe I've built something with Legos or done something I want my teacher to see it's on the table. It's so much easier for me to center it, to get down and zoom in as close as I want to using that keyboard camera. So now I'm going to flip the camera back around. There you go. All right, so now where are those picture files? Just like where I found the camera app. Go down to the left. I'm going to click the arrow. And you can tell I recently used this app because it's right at the top. Look for a blue circle with a file folder. Click on it. And again, this is a folder I use a lot. So I'm going to pin it. I'm going to use a 2-finger tap or right-click on your mouse. Click pin. Done. Okay, so anything that's saved on your Chromebook, you'll see it when you go to the Downloads folder. Here we go. And picture images, you will usually see they begin with IMG for image. And typically the type is a JPEG, JPEG. If I want to look at that picture, just make sure it's the right one. I can double click on it and open it up. And I actually have a few tools here for editing. So for example, if I don't want to drive my teacher crazy, looking to see what my answers were here, I could use the orientation tool to flip it. I could also crop the tool. That just means, trim it by dragging down the borders. And that also helps too if, I've got this extra space on the border. My teacher really does not care about that extra space. They just want to see my work clearly. So I can always just drag the edges down to exactly the part, that my teacher really wants to see. I'll just keep it here for now. All right, so I'm going to click done. Now, if I have a bunch of photos and I want to remember which one, this is the name for it right now, but I could also rename it so I can find it because that's the one I want to attach to Google Classroom, puzzle. And then I'm going to click save. Really, all of those were just extra steps And you don't have to learn everything all at once. Remember, you can watch this video several times. If you remember what number the picture was, you don't have to bother renaming it. If you think the quality is fine, just attach it and your teacher will tell you if they need you to send another copy. So now let's go ahead and get into Google Classroom and attach that image. So I'm going to open up Google. Okay, so here are my classrooms, and I'm going to open up my class, and I'm going to click on classwork. Let's just click on this assignment and pretend that I'm adding a photo to this one. So I'm going to click on View Assignment. And then on the right, I'm going to click Add or Create. And I'm going to click on File. The photos are files that are in my folder. So here's where, when I click Upload, I click Browse, I'm taken right into this file folder that I had open. And here is the file. Remember, I named it Puzzle. So I'm going to select that one. I'm going to click Open. You'll notice it is retrieving the file and attaching it. There we go. So in addition to whatever my teacher's work was over here, now I also have this other image. Now, if I had more photos that I wanted to upload, then I would add them in the same way. Click Add or Create, select File, pull up those lists of images. And you can see that I could select several images at a time if I wanted to. Click Open. You'll see it's attaching all of those images. And I'm going to go ahead and cancel that out, but I just wanted to show that to you. So I hope this helps you. Number one, select the camera that's going to be best for taking a picture of your work. Number two, just knowing where all of the files go that are stored on your Chromebook. Number three, how to easily upload those photos and attach them to your Google Classroom assignments.